Does it ever end, chat? Does it ever end? Oh my goodness. This is insane, bro. So now we are officially on a 6 trade losing streak. Yes, granted, around 2, possibly 3 of those losses could have been avoided. So we're going from around half to a little bit less than half could have been avoided. But, I mean, all that matters is we're 6 trades down, bro. We've lost 6 fucking trades in a row. This is actually insane. I'm just itching for that next setup to happen because I just know dang well that shit is bound to fucking smack TP. I just know it. So we'll see what happens the rest of this week. But anyways, let's get into this trade. Am I mad at this loss? No, I'm not. Okay, it was a really good loss, in my opinion. I liked it. Although I was begging for this not to appear. Because I really didn't want to take shorts considering the conditions we were just going through. But yeah, anyways, enough yapping. Let's go ahead and get into it. So start off with the replay mode. Now we'll start off with 9 o'clock. All right, and actually, yeah, we'll just keep all this stuff. Or let me delete that. I'll delete this and whatever that is. So coming into the day, starting off on the 15-minute, the first thing I can see here is that we of course have this huge expansion from the previous day. So am I expecting much on this day? No, not really, especially considering that we moved 3/4 of, oh my gosh, that shit was actually almost 1,000 points. But yeah, we have this high open available here. We have London high available. We have some low resistance on the higher time frame. If we check ES, we do have an SMT at this high. ES has all-time highs up here. We have what is this? Equal highs right there, which is also London. We have this high up here. Overall, we still look bullish, and here we go again with TradingView not letting me fucking do shit. Oh my gosh, this is actually the most frustrating and annoying thing ever. Try not to complain about it. But, I mean, there's nothing you can do. There's no way you can't complain about this shit. Like, this is ridiculous. Jesus, can never get one fucking video without this shit happening. Anyway, starting off on the 4-hour. Actually, I need to go back and mark where we are at. Or, you know what? It's probably easier if I just do this, right? Yeah. So, considering that we have no retrace on the hard time frame, what I'm expecting is I want to get longs. Overall, I'm bullish. Okay, we still have this high open available. Let's actually take a look on ES on the 4-hour. This might look better. So yes, we have an SMT at that high, but ES has all-time highs right there. We have this high, just a little bit short of this all-time high, and we just look bullish, right? I mean, we were disrespecting bearish. We closed above the new week opening gap yesterday. We inversed this 4-hour. We come very close to this high right here. Like, it just looks so obvious that this is clearly the DOL. It was what it looked like. It obviously was not the DOL for the day, but that's what it looked like at the moment. And considering that we had no rebalance to any of these legs on the 4-hour and on the hourly, that's pretty much what I was expecting for today. So I wanted to see shorts. I wanted to see continuation shorts. Of course, a bit more confirmation on this 15-minute. I want to see, these entire legs get broken through. I want to see Asia get displaced through. And then I'll look for a 5 or a 15-minute continuation model towards these targets here. And yeah, so I was initially bearish. Bullish overall in the higher time frame, but in this little time period, right, up until we hit these levels here, I'm gonna be bearish, and that's basically what I'm looking for. So let me get into the targets. We have a 4-hour here, a 4-hour down here, which is also an hourly. We have an hourly here. There's an hourly right there, and then yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of untapped key levels to look for. And we have Asia, of course. And then I already went over the buy side target. So we're going to go ahead and get into market open. Alrighty. Okay, this is way past market open. Hold on. I forgot we brought it back on the 4-hour. Yeah, that was a bit too much. Alright. So right at market open, it just looks like we're going to dump. You could really just short this. But, of course, it's not how you should want to trade. Want to see, let's see, let me go over the condition I wanted to see that happen. So market open, we already inverse this gap up here, of course, and then this 15-minute down here. Let's see if we have like a 30-minute on this leg. We already inversed that. So I mean, yeah, ideally would want to see this hourly get closed through this hourly fair value gap, and like I said, that displacement past Asia, and then look for continuations to those levels. So that's exactly what I'm looking for, but we do not get that. We just straight dump, huge candle off open to the downside. Technically there could have been a long here, which I would not have taken personally, because like I said, I wanted to see that retracement, and at the time, by the way, ES already took Asia, so there's really no need to look at that. But we do make equal lows here. There's really nothing to look here. But yeah, this technically could have been a long here if we got it, but not looking for longs until we hit these levels down here. So keep that in mind. Boom, we got a nice reaction out of here. We probably got a 30-second or something like that. But like I said, not looking for anything until we hit at least this 4 hour. And we do that here. Looking to get ready to take a long at this point in time. Don't really get anything. Let me actually check the state that ES was in. So we did take that low here. We failed to hit this 4 hour, which could very much be an SMT. So yeah, taking longs from here doesn't seem too unreasonable, but of course I want to see a deeper retrace. And we get that. Look at this huge manipulation to the downside. We get a very nice rejection wick here. And yeah, solid fair value gap. The highest time frame is the 2 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that out. There's that 2 minute. And honestly, I really didn't want to see this get hit, because I mean, we dumped pretty heavily here, over 228 points to the downside, right? We just look extremely bearish. Yes, like I said, I'm bullish on the higher time frame, but I mean, when we're displacing like this with a huge leg with no like choppiness, we're not, you know, slowly going down. It's just a huge dump here. The likelihood of us reversing is, you know, pretty unlikely, and this is honestly, I could see this happening. Like, I can really understand why this loss is just because, dude, I genuinely was not looking to take a trade. Like, I did not want to take anything after, I don't know, just seeing how fast we dumped down here. But, it happened, so didn't want to miss out on that, especially considering it took 5 L's. I did not want to miss out on the probabilities, especially on a good model like this. Like, contextually, this is that even a word? What the fuck? Did I just make up a word? But anyways, like, this was a really solid trade. I'm not mad at this. This made a lot of sense. Like I said, overall was bullish on the higher time frame. If we mark the range from the low we made, let's mark it all the way up here to London high. We have OTE up here, which is, I did not fart, that was my chair. So if you heard that, that's not a fart. But yeah, we have this 5 minute is pretty much what I was looking to target. I'm not even trying to target all the way up here to London high. I'm just looking for a small retrace, because even if I was bearish, or if we are continuing to be bearish, I would want to see a retrace, a rebalance before we go lower. Honestly, I didn't really like that we didn't have a 5 minute here. That would have made this model a lot better. Excuse me, a lot better. So, for our break-even point at least. And so the only break-even point I could really see is happening is this 1 minute untapped gap. It's pretty much all we have. We don't have anything else. And dude, what I've been noticing is, bro, these fucking losses, it's like we edge the break-even point. We just come so close to it, and then, like, I don't understand how we did not hit this. How did we not just come up here and hit that before going lower? I don't understand. And then here, this gave me a little bit of hope. Thought this would have got inverse, and then we could have got confirmation to the upside. Absolutely wrong. Got fucking wrecked here with the huge candle. Oh my gosh. This shit was actually ridiculous. Now, the only reasons I could see why this potentially lost is, of course, like I said before, we kind of dumped here. We are technically inversing to the downside, like I said, that hourly here. The reason why I didn't put too much emphasis on that was because we tapped into these new key levels. This was not really a key level. This was already tapped into. So it's not as significant as these. And yeah, like our time frame was, you know, bullish in my opinion, or is what it looked like to me at least. Why are we on 115 minute? There we go. That was so weird. But another reason why I can see this losing is we have not hit EQ this range. ES also still has a bit of low resistance left right here at this untapped hourly. And then we also have these 4 hour and 1 hour, but it didn't really matter to me that much about these levels getting hit because I just figured this being an SMT, right? NQ already hit every level. I don't see a reason for ES2. I thought that was going to be an SMT. But considering NQ did not hit equilibrium or discount, that's why I figured this probably lost. We ended up hitting it here, and then ES ended up hitting all the targets here. So I figured, you know, we could probably get along from there. That's why I marked that untapped 15-minute up there and the untapped 5-minute. We didn't really get anything. Okay, price is starting to look chopped. Failed to give an entry here. We could probably give one. I think give one here. Here, this fails. Go up again. I bet this fails too if we get it. I don't even know if we got it. Yeah, it's just no chance at all. Everything is just failing. Nothing but chop central here. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for the recap. To briefly go over this. Let me see. Okay, another thing I want to go over is why I was not remaining bearish. Like I said, market open, I was bearish. I wanted to see Asia get displaced through, this hourly get closed through, and look for continuation to this 4 hour and then this 4 hour down here. The reason why I did not remain bearish after we hit all of these targets is because there's really nothing else to look for. We don't have any key levels. Yeah, you can say we have equilibrium, but you know, it's not really a key level, especially on a huge ass move up here. I'm not expecting a deep retrace all the way to discount after we just moved like almost 900 points on the previous day up until now. So that's something that's really, you know, just straight up retarded. Not looking for that. So since we hit every single key level, the only other thing I can look forward to is, you know, what's my higher time frame bias? Because this is a higher time frame bias, but but the higher time frame, right, is bullish. Okay, and since every single target got hit, there's nothing really to aim for on the sell side since I'm not really bearish, and the higher time frame is, like I said, bullish for the 100th time in this video. I keep repeating myself. I know. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, it's bullish. So that's the only other thing I could really look for, and I mean, we were just completely wrong. Dude, we didn't even hit the break-even point. That's just depressing. And this is a close-ass break-even. I don't really go break-even this early. That's... What the fuck, man? Oh, this is really, really, humbling, and, what else? It's, like, kind of just really discouraging, dude. Like, fuck, man. 6 L's in a row. We are not starting the year off good. Yes, we've had a couple wins this year, but dude, I've had more losses this year so far than wins. I'm very, very, very negative. Yeah, I mean, we've managed our risk great, so of course that's going well. That's what's keeping my sanity right now. Yeah, we'll see how the rest of this week goes. If I had to rate this model, I'd give it, I don't know about an A+. I mean, let's think about it. We hit every single key level. Okay, we took out all the draws and liquidity. We have a higher time frame SMT. We have a good V shape, good reaction. We have a great target. The higher time frame is bullish, so it aligns with that. I mean, everything aligns with this trade. I really don't see why. As I said, the only negative is, you know, maybe discount. I don't even think I'm gonna count that as a negative. But like the only thing that was really making me not want to trade today is just seeing how we kind of just dumped a lot. Expecting a reversal from here, I don't know. It's just that's the only thing, but it's not really a big deal. So to end this video off, I'm gonna give this an A+ model. Fucking unfortunate as shit that we took another L. This shit's just getting annoying at this point. L after L after L. Like, can I get a fucking win, please, brother, please? Anyways, we're gonna end this video off before this gets too long, and yeah, we'll see what happens the rest of the week.